ठीक है चलिए. Good afternoon everyone. Welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. So 100 days are left for Maharashtra CET MBA as per the revised schedule. Hope they stuck to that schedule. So what should be the strategy for the next 100 days, how you should utilize these 100 days in order to get a score which is close to 100 percentile. They do not give a perfect 100 percentile, but they do give till 99.99 percentile. So what should be the strategies to be followed in order to do well in the examination and get into your dream B schools like JB, SIMSRI and all. So let us discuss that what should be done in the next days, the period which is left about 3 months from now, and the ones who have already started, the ones who are going to start or are in the initial stages of their preparation, what should they be doing in the next days so that they can do well in the examination. So the biggest examination of MBA entrance examinations, which is CAT, it is also 6 months away, and the ones who are targeting that CAT specifically and are preparing for the season 22 and 23 must have started their preparation. And for their assistance, we are coming up with this series on our YouTube channel by the name CAT 2022 Decoded. It contains sessions from 16th to 30th of May. So 15 sessions, and they include strategy sessions, VARC sessions, quant and DILR sections. So please do subscribe to our channel to view these sessions every day live at 7 p.m. So from tomorrow we will be starting these sessions, and you can see the schedule on our YouTube channel. If you are subscribed to our channel, you can see that on what day what classes do we have. So please do join these sessions to start your preparation for CAT. And if you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations for the coming season, you can enroll in our classroom programs that include live sessions, recorded sessions, books, mock tests, etc. So I am sure you are aware of the new dates of the examination. The examination was supposed to be held in the month of June, but now it has been postponed and it will be held in the month of August. So 23, 24, 25 August, 3 dates. So if you count from today, right, so although it does not ask questions on calendars, but you should know that today is Sunday, so you have 14 weeks plus 2 more days, so 100 days from today. So 23rd of August is going to be the 100th day from today. Okay, so you have exactly 100 days left for the examination. Okay, and these are the 3 dates that you will get. So depending that you will get to know later when they release the admit cards, but this is the proposed schedule of the examination. Okay, so going by this, you have exactly 100 days left for the examination. What you should be doing in these days, first you should understand the examination well, and then you must be focusing on certain things, right, improving your abilities, taking mock tests, understanding what is working good for you, and hence eventually going well in the examination. So this is the structure of the examination. I am sure you know about the structure. Till 2020 they used to have fixed section wise number of questions. So 75 questions in logical reasoning, 25 in abstract reasoning, quant and VARC 50 questions each. However, in 2021, and it used to be an old pattern also, till 2014-15 they used to have this kind of pattern where they had assorted paper. Okay, so like mixed bag of questions. The first question could be of quant, the next question could be of verbal ability, third could be reasoning. So mixed bag. So that was the pattern that was followed in 2021. Okay, one thing that is common is duration is 150 minutes and the number of questions is 200. Now it is not yet known that what will be the pattern. Will they have the same pattern as 2021 or will they get back to the old pattern? So this should not be a matter of concern. As of now, you must focus on preparation, and whatever is the pattern, it will be the same for everyone. Okay, so if it is an assorted paper, all the aspirants who are appearing, over 1 lakh people writing the examinations, all will be writing in the same format. Okay, so that should not be a matter of worry at this point in time. This is the stage where you should be worrying about whether have you covered the syllabus, Have you seen the type of questions that have been asked in the examination? Are your basics clear in all the sections? Do you know what is your strong section, what is your weak section, right? Do you practice building your speed? Those are the things that should matter at this point. Now, some features about the examination which make it unique as compared to other MBA entrance examinations. Each MBA entrance examination is different, okay, CAT is different, IFT is different, ZAT is different, SNAP, NMAT, so is Maharashtra CET. Now, you must also understand, if you have appeared in CAT, maybe you did very well in CAT, not necessary that you will be able to crack this examination, or you had very good score in NMAT, not necessary that you will be able to do well here. Or on the other way also, let's say you did not do well in CAT, so do not think that you cannot do well in this, because this exam is different from others, different sort of difficulty level, different kinds of questions, different number of questions, speed based test, and all those factors included. Okay, so the first thing about this examination is the abstract reasoning section, which is unique. Okay, so abstract reasoning, I'm sure you know we have been taking certain number of sessions on this. It contains 25 questions, okay, 25 questions out of 200, so almost 1/8 of it is 1/8 of the paper which is of abstract reasoning. No other examination will have this high weight of these kind of questions. You might find 1 or 2 questions in CMAT, SNAP, like visual reasoning they call it, but this is something that is present in this, so you must prepare for this. Okay, so if you prepared for other MBA entrance examination, you did quant, you did reasoning, you did DI, and you did verbal ability. In some examinations, maybe you practice general awareness as well, but this is an examination in which you will have to practice this. There is no other way, okay, because this is a unique section which you did not practice for any other exam. Quant सबने किया होगा, सारे एग्जाम्स में quant आता है, right? You did reasoning also, English, but this is something which is not touched, so you must go through this. Then since it was conducted by IBPS in the past, so it has the influence. There are certain category of questions which are not asked in other MBA entrance examinations, but in Maharashtra CET, such as questions on quadratic equations, wherein you have to compare variables. They are given you 2 quadratic equations, x and y, then you have to compare the values of x and y. Similarly, quantity comparison, they will give you 2 values, you have to solve those 2 questions. Maybe one is about cost price of item, second is on like compound interest or simple interest, and they will say that which value is higher, lower, that kind of questions. Then number series, okay, number series is present in others also. Inequalities, data sufficiency, in verbal ability also certain kind of questions, word rearrangement. So they give you a sentence and they highlight 4 or 5 words and ask that what should be the correct sequence of those words. Then matching the columns, that is also a kind of question which you do not find in other exams. So they will give you 3 columns or 2 columns of sentences. So column A, A, B, C, D, E, column B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have to match those and make a proper sentence, right? So in 2020 they had a set in which you had to match 3 columns. So first part of the sentence, middle part, end part. So you have to make a proper matching so that you get a proper sentence. So such kind of questions which are influenced by bank examinations conducted by IBPS. So you must also keep an eye that what are the type of questions asked there. Okay, so go through some latest mock tests of IBPS exams, so you will get an understanding. See, it does not matter, right? See, grammar is grammar. So they might, if you know the rules, whatever the pattern, you can tackle that. So that is important, but if you know the pattern, you do not have to read the instructions. That is the advantage that you have, right? Let's say they give you some common instruction for a question. If you have already seen that kind of question, you already know how to do that. You do not have to read the instructions, okay? Then one thing that is important in this is reasoning is the biggest section, and within reasoning also puzzles are important. Okay, and that those might be lengthy and time consuming at times, and that decide your overall score. Now see, verbal ability, you know the answer, you do not know. Quant, some might have good speed, some might have slow speed. But in puzzles, what happens is, if you get stuck in a puzzle, right, because you are not going to solve one question from it, there are multiple 5-6 questions from a single puzzle. If you are stuck in that puzzle, your time is gone and you lose 6 questions. Okay, so and it is an important part of the reasoning section. It is not that you are just going to solve like just one set or two set. You might get as many as 7 sets. In 2020, there are 40 questions from puzzles consisting of 7 sets. Right, now you cannot ignore 40 questions. ठीक है, आप सोचो कि ठीक है कोई टॉपिक से 5 क्वेश्चन आते हैं, you can ignore, right, thinking that okay, this might not affect much. But if you have 40 questions from a single kind of topic, you cannot ignore that. So it is important and it requires regular practice. Okay, so regular practice is a must for these puzzles. And one thing that you should know is there is no negative marking. So for that also you should have a strategy that in the last 5 minutes just randomly mark the answers. Now talking about some preparation tips. First is taking good number of mock tests, because it's a speed based examination, and mock test will help you formulate strategy that what works best for you, what is the order of sections, what are your strong and weak areas. Okay, you should take good number of mock tests. Now some people ask that what should be the ideal number, कितने mock tests देने चाहिए, 10, 15, 20. Okay, there is no fixed right answer to that. Some people might do well by taking just 15-20 mocks, some might even take 40-30-40 mocks, but I would suggest that at least you should try to take 15 plus mocks. Okay, so if you are able to take 15 mocks, that will give you a fair understanding ki what is your strong area, what is your weak area, which section can you do fast, what kind of questions you like doing, you have high accuracy, low accuracy. So all things you will understand very well when you take these many mocks. Okay, and very important is analyzing the mocks. ठीक है, खाली मॉक्स का दे दिया फिर स्कोर पे डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि मेरे 100 आ रहे हैं 120, that is not going to impact you. Okay, even if you are getting 80 marks, but you know that what are the mistakes, you can improve them. That is the bigger thing, rather than getting 120 marks and crying that I am not able to score 130, 140. Okay, so instead of worrying about what is your score, you should analyze and improve yourself. Then next is, as I already discussed, practice lot of puzzles, because it is an important part of your reasoning section, which itself is the biggest section. So you cannot ignore a big portion, right? You can ignore maybe some small portions. Let us say you can ignore let us say syllogisms. ठीक है, ज़्यादा question नहीं है, 5 questions, you do not know the concept, you can ignore that, or any other topic which is asked less in number, but puzzles are high in number. Okay, and abstract reasoning, try to attempt in like practice this also, and try to attempt in different streaks, because this can be time consuming at times. And as I said that this examination is influenced by banking examinations, so have an idea that what kind of questions are being asked there. And there are certain things which can be done very fast if you have practiced them well, like number series, inequalities, approximations, syllogisms. If you have built a good conceptual understanding of these topics and have practiced a bit, you can easily pick these questions easily in the examination and score well in them. Now we know that okay, what are the things we have to do. Okay, at the same time there are certain things which should be avoided as well, and what are the mistakes that people should avoid. So let us discuss those mistakes that we generally overlook. These mistakes, we think यार चलो ठीक है, prepare कर रहे हैं, हो नहीं रहा है, right? We do not realize that we make some mistakes also, and sometimes these are deliberately made, sometimes these are unknowingly made. Okay, sometimes like we know, acha, like for example, like if people smoke, right, they know that it is injurious to health, but they still do it, right? That's a deliberate thing. And similarly, while preparing for examinations, you understand certain things that these are mistakes we should not do. Those are also mistakes, and there are sometimes which are unknowingly made. So first is waiting for the last moment to start. Some people might be thinking कि now the examination has been postponed, let us wait, आसान तो आता है exam, ठीक है, we will be able to do it. See, sometimes what happens is papers are easy. Okay, maybe it may not be the difficulty level of CAT, might be easy in difficulty level, but it's a speed based test. Okay, no matter how good you are, right, you might be very intelligent, your mathematics is good, your English is good, okay, so you have that combination in you, but the thing is you do not practice, you think that okay yaar kar lenge, that attitude does not help, because you are competing against lakhs of aspirants. It is not about just 10, 20 or 100,000 people writing. More than 1 lakh people appear for the examination. So people are practicing day in and day out, right? There are people who might have been preparing for more than a year now. So in order to compete with that, you need to be in good practice. So do not wait. It is not like college exams, ki like you study one night before and you manage to pass the examination, right? Here you have to get a very, very good score in order to get into the best of the institutions. The competition is far more difficult. Okay, so make sure that you start well on time. Then certain things like which we do not realize. Okay, now this is something we do that involuntarily. We do not want to spend much time, but we end up spending times on social media and entertainment, which is quite addictive. Okay, so I would recommend, right, not force anyone, but I would recommend that uninstall apps like Facebook, Instagram, right. These are like when you start seeing Instagram, right, then you keep scrolling and you never realize that how much time gets wasted in watching those reels or photographs or anything, right. So just avoid these things, stay away from that, because that is addictive in nature and is of no use. Okay, if you are just interested in saying that what is happening in some person X, right, what is happening in some celebrity's life, who is getting married, who is going through this, where are they vacating and all those things, that is not going to help you, right. They have achieved something in life, right. You also try to raise yourself to that level and then you can do all those stuff, right. So don't be interested in the personal affairs of other people. Similarly, entertainment, right, lot of movies getting released, right, maybe of some favorite series, maybe some web series or some drama or anything, right, those things can wait. Even if you do not watch it now, you watch it 3 months later, the story is not going to change. Okay, even if someone gives you a spoiler of some series, do not worry about that, right. It is good to get a spoiler of such things than spoiling your career. So for some time stay away from these things, because these are a lot of distractive elements. Okay, and if you get bored, there are other ways to entertain yourself, like you can go for some like you can work out, right, go for some walk or do some other activities, but do not end up wasting a lot of time on social media. And that's something I said that we do not realize. We spend a lot of time on every day. If you calculate, right, you spend a lot of time on social media, which is not seen, which is, I mean, you do not count that actually how much time you end up there. Now, one thing that is applicable to all examinations, and this also, ignoring a particular section. Some people think that, okay, my verbal ability is not good, there is no sectional cutoff. If I do bad in verbal ability, I will be able to score well in the examination. Now that's a wrong thinking. Okay, maybe if you are not good at a particular section, you can ignore some parts of it, but not the section altogether. Right, some people think कि sectional cutoff तो है नहीं, right, if I do very well in other two, but are you really that great, right? Do you think that can you score 75 out of 75 in reasoning or 45 plus in quant and also in abstract reasoning? Then you can claim that, but no person is able to achieve that. So do not ignore any particular section, be it abstract reasoning also, right? Do not think that I have just 175 questions, I will do exceedingly well, right? So maybe you can focus less on one particular section depending on your likes and dislikes, but do not ignore any section completely. Then holidays, okay, you will get some holidays. Tomorrow you might be having a holiday, Buddha Purnima, then maybe some festivals, or for any other reason you get a holiday. If you are working or student, right, whatever category you are, you will get some holidays. So please make sure that you utilize those holidays. It is very important, because the more time you give to practice, the better results you can achieve. One important thing that people ignore while preparing for examinations, which is important, is health. Okay, so you must have studied in your school that a sound mind in a sound body. Okay, but these days we do not apply that practically, right? We do not think of it, but that is an important matter of concern, right? You should be focusing on your health, right? You should eat well. Okay, do not eat too much of junk food, right? Maintain a healthy diet, especially these days. The season is summers, so keep your body hydrated. Okay, do not be so much engrossed in studying that you forget about your health. Eat well, take proper rest. Okay, take 7 to 8 hours of rest every day. Okay, and be sound, right? Like mentally well, go for a walk, do some meditation. Right, if you love to do workout, do workout. Okay, instead of spending time on social media entertainment, spend 1 or 2 hours on your body. Okay, that is going to give you better returns. Okay, that will keep yourself fit, healthy. Like if you are physically fit, then only you can be mentally fit as well. Okay, so don't ignore your health. Make sure that you are up to with this. Now, like I talked about health. Okay, health does not only mean physical health, right? Physical health is important. Also, it is important to have a good mental health. Okay, why do we not? There are certain people who are good at subjects, right? Their subject knowledge is good. They have prepared well. Okay, they have worked hard. They have done everything, but at the end, they are not able to excel in the examination. The reason is they get nervous, they get tensed because of unnecessary reasons. Okay, so I am going to tell you what are the unnecessary reasons that you must avoid, and the toppers actually do not worry about these things, right? They just focus on their preparation and try to give their best in the examination. So there are certain things which might be worrying you, and you should not be worrying about those things. First is your low mock scores. Okay, what are mock tests? Mock tests are a sort of sample papers, right? You just write the test. It is not the actual examination. It is just like a rehearsal. Okay, let us say a person practicing, doing net practice before a cricket match. Okay, so no matter he does good or bad in that net practice, it does not make any difference. What will matter is how does that person play in the actual match. Similarly here, no matter how much you get in mocks, you get 70, you get 80, you get 100, but actually if you score, let us say 130, so that is what that will be counted in the end, right? No one will talk about how much you scored in the mock test after you appear in the actual examination. So that should not be a matter of concern. If you are scoring good, good. If you are scoring bad, you should see that what are the mistakes that you are making, and you should understand where it is going wrong. Are you doing the wrong section first? Right, are you getting stuck in some particular kind of questions? Are you repeating some mistakes again and again? So all those things, you analyze those well and understand that where is the mistake happening. Now for every person the mistake would be different. Okay, it could be like due to conceptual, your concepts are not good. Okay, or maybe some other reason, you have speed issue. Okay, maybe you are starting with some difficult questions. You don't have that ability to figure out which questions are easy, which are difficult. Okay, or anything in approach, that could be the reason. So understand that why you are getting the low mock scores, right? Instead of worrying, ask why. Okay, try to get the answer to this question, why did you get low marks in that mock test, and try to improve in the future. Okay, that's what you can do, and do not worry about that, what is the score that you get. Pattern of the examination. Okay, so many students might be worrying कि यार 2021 वाला pattern आएगा, 2020 वाला आएगा. Be prepared with everything, right? Be prepared with that previous. So take some mock test, like whatever kind of mocks that you are getting, maybe that is on the last year patterns. Solve past year papers till 2020. That will give you an idea of that pattern as well. Difficulty level. Some people keep thinking, यार paper कैसा आएगा, difficult आएगा, moderate आएगा, right? Go through past papers. You will get some understanding that what is the level, and eventually there has been times when people have scored as high as 170 plus, right? There have been times where people have struggled to cross 160, even the toppers, right? Now the intelligence level remains the same. Over the years, the best, like if you talk about the toppers, their IQ level must be the same. So it is because of the difficulty level of the examination that the scores keep fluctuating. So do not worry about that, what will be the difficulty level, it will be adjusted accordingly. If it is difficult, it will be difficult for all people writing the examination. If it is easy, it is going to be easy for all. It is not like that they say that you have to cross X percentage of the paper, right? So that should not be a matter of concern. Then cutoff, right? People like instead of focusing on improving their selves, they keep asking, yaar, iske liye kitna percentile chahiye, right? Okay, that you should know that how much percentile you should target to get into JB, into SIM3 and other institutes, but you should not be worrying about the cutoff for X percentile. What is the cutoff for 99.9 percentile? What is the cutoff for 99.5 percentile, right? So do not worry about that cutoff part, because that will again depend on the difficulty level of the paper. Okay, so if the paper is easy, the cutoff score will be higher. If the paper is difficult, cutoff score will be low. Okay, so do not worry about these things. Just should know that okay, this is the cutoff for JBIMS, this is the cutoff for this institute, but do not worry about the score that you need there. Same thing, score versus percentile. Okay, these are things that you should worry about the after the test. Okay, till test, do not worry about that what will be the score versus percentile. After that you can think of okay, how much did I score, what will be my expected percentile while applying to colleges and all. Okay, so these are certain things that one must be focusing on. Okay, practice is one part. Okay, so everyone knows that one has to practice, because without practice you cannot do well, right? What are the things that you must avoid, what are the distractions that you must stay aside from, and what are the things that you should not worry about, what should you be investing on, which are the important topics, okay, which are the things that you should not ignore in the paper, that all we discussed over here. Okay, so I hope you liked the session, so please do like the session, and you have 100 days to go for the examination, and it is a good enough time if you channelize your energy well, utilize your holidays and all, okay, whatever time that you are getting for preparation, so make sure that you utilize that well, and that's it for it, right? So for the next 100 days, give your best efforts, stay away from distractions, and I am sure that you will be able to do well in the examination. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.